Hello and welcome back to the channel How We Move the Decimal. In today's video I'm continuing to take pictures of books that I got in an estate sale almost 3 years ago because I'm a failure at eBay. But in all, non-joking sense, life is lifing. I was talking with my mom about this and we have hit the oh no, we are hemorrhaging money part of life. Just one thing after another. Upside, downside. Upside, we can deal with it. Downside, it's a lot. And I'm making this video now because I'm having dental surgery today and I may not be able to talk for a couple days after it. The life of the life. Again, this is totally first world problems and I'm 100% complaining about this just to complain about it to somebody. But we got a new car last year because we had a car accident and our car was totaled, and our backup car, so our second car, which is a 13-year-old Dodge Grand Caravan on its second motor, because it blew a motor during COVID, on its second motor, has decided that it is no longer wanting to be on hospice care and must be taken off, and it has basically crapped out on us, leaving us with very little choice, but we do have to get another vehicle, and my oldest will be turning 16 in 6 weeks. We originally were going to give him the old junk van because we don't plan on him leaving town with it, and if he does leave town, he would take one of the better cars because that car's just not leaving town, and we're going to let him drive it till the wheels fell off. Well, the wheels fell off. So we are going to have to get a new car for ourselves, and he's just going to have to wait to get a car. Hopefully we can get him one by the summer, but it is what it is. Upside, he has a winter birthday and he's not terribly keen on driving in the winter on our roads, and if we do have the winter that they're predicting weather-wise, he probably won't be driving that much anyway, so it's not a huge deal. It's just a disappointment, and I was really hoping to do the big here's your 16 and here's your car stuff, but it's just, that's not going to be the way it worked out. I was able to get a car when I turned 16. Mind you, though, my parents paid $2,500 for a car, and it was a drivable car. I don't think I could get a drivable car for $2,500 in this day and age. So, but we're just going to have to wait. So our car crapped out. I have to have dental surgery, which was not expecting. Upside, we do have dental insurance. Downside, it's not the best dental insurance. And I'm still having to pay about what I paid for my first car to get dental surgery done, and it's a process. So I'm having the actual surgery today, and then I will get a crown put on afterwards because they have to jack with the tooth, and then I'll get a temporary crown and then have to go back in 2 weeks and get more done. So it's just one thing after another, and hopefully we'll have it all figured out. We are incredibly lucky that our in-laws had an extra car that we can borrow until we can find a new car. So we are not pushed to take whatever car we can get. We can spend our time looking for it. We can spend our time looking for a deal, which I know most people don't have the ability to do that. It is so, we have been so incredibly blessed to live around family and be able to rely on them for childcare. In emergencies, being able to rely on them, for a car if we need to. And if they didn't have an extra car, they would be more than willing to help with the driving of places so we could get by with one car. So it's an inconvenience. It's a lot of money. And I'm not even talking about Christmas and stuff coming up. We are in fourth quarter when it comes to eBay. eBay is actually doing decent for us, even though we aren't listing. Ironically, from the last video that I posted, I've sold 2 of those cookbooks already. So it is, granted, this is cookbook season, so to speak. The holidays are cookbook season, and this is also the same time I sold the most amount of cookbooks last year. I think I sold around 30 cookbooks between November 1st and the week before Christmas. So this is very much cookbook season, and I'm expecting that. I'm not expecting to have large cookbook sales after this. I did have some cookbook sales after December, after Christmas, around the first of the year, And I'm wondering if those people that wanted copies of a cookbook that maybe a relative have, or someone who accidentally damaged a cookbook, or, you know, in my petty gossip brain, I'm like, what if they're fighting over recipes from the cookbook and someone's ordering ordering the cookbook so they can have the recipe? That's probably not happening, but we do very well with cookbooks after November 1st. So that is great. We aren't really listing. One of the things we did list this month sold right away, and then we got a return on it. So, yay. Side note, it was probably completely our fault / the people who sold it to us's fault. We sold a Wi-Fi extender. The people that we bought it from said it was not attached to a network. We never hooked it up to our network. We ended up not needing it. And the person we sold it to said it's attached to a private network, so they can't use it. And we, of course, full refunded them. And they didn't have to ship it back to us or anything. Granted, it was not a lot of money, thank God. But that was our fault for not checking it. And we should have really checked it. So that falls on us. We were not getting scammed. I know some people are like, well, we got a return and we were getting scammed and all this. We were not getting scammed on this. It was 100% our fault. We should have checked it. I was being lazy. I did not check it. I just assumed. And we know what assuming does. So that was my fault. I will learn from that and go on. I'm always leery with tech anyway. We do sell a lot of tech, but usually the tech we sell is very old tech. And we usually sell it for parts, but this was a newer tech, and again, totally my fault. I should have checked that. So note to you guys, check it. With that also, just work has been crazy in general. I'm going to get a break soon. I will have a furlough between contracts in December from the 2 days before Christmas to January 2nd. And the reason they furlough us is so they don't have to pay us, essentially. But I will have about 3 weeks a break to do things. Upside with being on a furlough, I don't have to do work. Downside of being on a furlough, I don't get paid. So that will be not great, but I'm hoping it'll give me more time to get caught up on life, get caught up on doing eBay. My house, I've questioned setting it on fire. It is so messy. We've survived Halloween. When I'm recording this, it is the 3rd. I'm hoping to put it up the same day I record it because, again, life is lifing. We survived Halloween, which is great. We've survived sports seasons, which is great. But my kids keep signing up for stuff. So I was like, I'm going to have oral surgery. I'm going to have dental surgery. And then I'll get to come home and rest. And then I was like, no, my oldest kid has an orchestra practice to go to, and my youngest kid starts their winter soccer season tonight. So I'm going to go from having dental surgery straight into sitting in a gym watching a bunch of little kids kick soccer balls around. I know you're all very, very jealous of that. So that being said, hopefully it's better. I got switched from a medication that was not doing well for me, and I've only been off of it for a week, and I'm seeing great improvement, which is sad when you go off of a medication that's supposed to help and you feel a lot better. Maybe just putting me on the medication was supposed to make me appreciate what I had, but I've been off of it for a week, and I'm getting my energy back. When I was on it, I literally was sleeping. I was falling asleep on the floor of my office, sleeping. So I'm actually getting energy back. I'm not sleeping during my breaks. I'm able to get more work done at work, so I'm not doing as much work at home, which is nice. And I'm hopefully able to make some more eBay videos coming up, and I'm hoping to get some more videos done in general when it comes to listing, because if I'm making the videos, I'm listing items, and that should really be one of my main priorities right now, because we have to buy a new car. I'm going to have a 16-year-old. Christmas is coming, and apparently dental stuff is going on. Those of you that live in the United States, remember open enrollment is going on right now for most health insurance companies, even at your work, and we are having to deal with that too. My husband's employer, who provides our health insurance, because I'm a contract employee, so I do not get any benefits. I don't even get sick days, which is super fun. So tomorrow I will be going into into work, and after I've had oral surgery, probably feeling like death, but I don't get sick days. So tomorrow I will be going to work. But his employer provided health insurance. They changed their plan, and they changed one of their providers, but they changed their plan, and the plan we are on no longer exists. So we have to pick a new plan, and we have to do that by next week, by next Tuesday, because that's open enrollment period. So that is something else we have to look into. I'm 6-1 on this because our insurance plan now, while being decent insurance, I've had better, and it has been iffy on things it's been covering lately. Things it used to cover, it's not covering as much anymore. So we are going to be doing that and going over that this weekend and figuring out what the insurance is going to change to after the first of the year. So it's just like, upside, I've signed my contracts for this coming after the first of the year. They were included, like I get contract deals for fiscal years. So I knew going in, but sometimes if they're like, it's like a layoff, so sometimes if there's not enough work for me, then they'll be like, yeah, we know you signed a contract, but we really have power. So the company's like, we really have power. We don't need you right now as a contractor. As of right now, as of 1st of November, I have been confirmed. So my contract has been confirmed that it will be honored for the rest of the fiscal year, which is great. That being said, things can happen, and I'm a little worried looking at the job market for everybody right now, and I'm hoping that none of my contracts fall through, but fingers crossed, and maybe that means I need to get much better at eBay or YouTube or something to help supplement the income. But thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and have a productive day.